Hola, bienvenidos al episodio
11
del Bash Pinball Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the
11th
11th episode of the Bash Pinball Podcast.
Hoy estamos celebrando el 25 de mayo.
Today, we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Buenos dias. Just a quick intro for context. We thought it would be funny to do a Cinco de Mayo episode. Unfortunately, it was May 20th, so we had missed it by a little bit. The good news is that the 25th was still available, so we went to Bull City Solera and Tap Room in Durham, North Carolina, had a margarita, or 3, played some pinball, I ate a baby log,
Spoiler, it's a burrito.
and a new holiday was born. I hope you're ready to learn some español. Gracias por escuchar. Thanks for listening.
Come on in.
Welcome to the Theater of Magic.
Welcome to the party zone. Welcome to my home.
Welcome to the Bash.
Hola, Mateo.
Hola, Don.
Should I speak with a little bit of
No, I don't,
a Spanish accent like this?
I don't think that's called for. Quite frankly, it's offensive. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you tell me.
I guess not.
I don't know. Okay.
But no, you don't.
Okay, so... All right, so Mateo,
See,
what is 25 de Mayo? ¿Qué es 25 de Mayo?
So, Cinco de Mayo is, it's the 25th of May. Not to be confused with Cinco de Mayo, which is when we would have preferred to have recorded this originally, but instead we decided to kind of make our own thing because...
Well, you weren't here.
Right.
You were festively celebrating
Pinfest.
Pinfest.
Yeah. And yeah, I was still in Pennsylvania on the 5th because that was the Sunday after Pinfest. Yeah.
So obviously, the only other way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Well, you can't do Quince de Mayo. That's just that's ludicrous.
So 25 de Mayo.
There you go.
Happy 25 de Mayo,
And
Mateo.
to you too.
Gracias.
De nada.
Mi corazón es grande, sin ti es pequeño, tu amor es caliente, and every day without you so frío.
How much Spanish do you know?
I started learning Spanish in like first grade in school. Like they had like once a week we would have like 30-minute Spanish lessons. And
wow.
then in middle school, I think 2 or 3 years I had it as an elective. And then in high school I had it all 4 years. And then in college I think I took 1 more year.
So you've been around Spanish your whole life.
Yeah. And then like actually still during college, like 20 years ago, I worked in retail on Capitol Boulevard.
Ooh.
And so I was speaking Spanish
Ooh.
basically every day to make the sale.
If you're not familiar with Capitol Boulevard,
In Raleigh, North Carolina.
I know how I would describe it. And actually, you know what? On Reddit one time, I posted a picture. I was on Capitol, full traffic, and I went to the Raleigh subreddit, and I said, Florida energy, period. Tell me I'm freaking wrong. That thing kind of, dude, I got hundreds of comments.
Oh, that's funny.
And people were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Basically saying, well, you haven't lived here long enough. You don't know. You're not really from Florida.
Yeah, well, I haven't lived in Florida, but I've been there a bunch of times and quite familiar with Florida man, etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was at least 50% or more of the clientele was Hispanic. So
I mean,
we had one guy who worked there who was from Honduras, and he would just have a line of people behind him.
Oh.
So everyone else who worked there was like, I guess I'm learning Spanish. And I already, had a pretty good base.
Was it commission based?
Yes.
So he was banking.
He was killing
He
it.
was
Yeah,
banking.
he was our number one salesman for sure.
Well, 'cause,
Mario.
I mean, you're basically working in Florida.
Yeah.
You got to know Spanish.
basically. But, I haven't kept up with it over the last whatever years.
So maybe a little bit later, we can maybe help some of the listeners at home
Yeah.
learn some Spanish.
Yeah. Maybe if they...
Are you down for that?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Vamos a jugar pinball, 25 de mayo. Vamos a jugar pinball.
25 de Mayo.
25 de Mayo.
So we decided to make this Bash's first official holiday.
Yeah, this is our official holiday.
So every year, are we going to do the same event? Are we going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo by
Playing some pinball.
So this year, the first year,
Yeah.
what did we do? We played World Cup Soccer 94
Yep.
at
Bull City Solera
in Durham.
in Durham.
Had margaritas. Mm-hmm. And you got the little log, or I got the little log.
Well,
You got the full log.
It should be known, Don has a little log. I've got a full log.
I was scared of the full log. I'd never been there. Like I found him on the Pinside pin map.
Yeah.
Way back when. I tried to go there once before, and I don't know what happened. The pinball machines were off. I think they were closing. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I just kind of stopped in randomly. I wasn't meeting anyone. I just kind of wanted to check it out because I've been wanting to play World Cup Soccer for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the only place that has it within our immediate radius.
Yeah,
I'd probably have to drive like over a couple hours to find one.
Yeah.
So that's why I went to play, and then I couldn't play it. So then it was always on the back of my mind. And then we were talking about our first holiday, right? Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because this is the perfect game to feature as...
Well, as perfect as you can get in that there's literally nothing else we could think of that had anything to do with.
What other games?
Yeah.
What other game would you want to play on Cinco de Mayo?
I mean,
Cinco de Mayo.
You got to get those goals.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hispanic culture not super heavily represented in pinball, which probably makes a lot of sense. But,
Right.
You got World Cup Soccer.
Yeah, which we played.
And now for a word from our sponsor.
¿Quién es ese gigante musculoso?
Es He-Man, el guerrero más poderoso del universo. Skeletor es su enemigo.
Los amos del universo, con ellos te divertirás y vivirás tu propia leyenda.
Te venceré, He-Man.
Ah, sí, mira esto, papá. Ahora yo tengo el poder.
He-Man y Skeletor de la colección Amos del Universo con la calidad y garantía.
And now, back to the show.
Bienvenidos a Aprende Español con Matt y Don.
Welcome to Learning Spanish with Matt and Don. How do you say pinball?
Repeat after me. Pinball.
Pinball. How do you say flipper?
Repeat after me. Flipper.
Flipper. How do you say ramp?
Repeat after me. Rampa.
Rampa. Rampa. Rampa.
Great save!
How do you say banana flippers?
Repeat after me. Flippers de banana.
Flippers de banana. How do you say bash?
Repeat after me. Golpetazo.
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 Gracias, amigos.
Thanks, friends.
Esto concluye Aprende Español con Matt y Don.
This concludes Learning Spanish with Matt and Don.
We went to Bull City Solera and Taproom, Durham, North Carolina.
Yep.
My second time, this is your...
That was my second time going there. I think I went there on my birthday, like last September. And I did play some World Cup soccer at that time.
So you've gone there on two holidays.
Yeah.
Your birthday.
I don't know if that's a holiday, but I'll count it.
It's a day of celebration.
Yeah.
And Cinco de Mayo.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, I did get to play it some then. And actually that's when I met one of the local pinball guys that I've subsequently played some tournaments with.
Oh, is that how you first met some of the triangle
Yeah, he actually invited us
people?
to come play in some of the tournaments that time.
So you met them at Bull City Solera.
Yep.
That's awesome. I didn't know.
Just one of the random guys.
It's kind of like a random happening. Yeah. That place is cool. I feel like maybe because it's tucked slightly behind like the main strip.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the love that it deserves.
Yeah, it's not like super, you're not going to drive by it and just be like, oh, what's that place?
Which is unfortunate because it's actually a really cool place. I mean, They have the super cool outside patio with like little games and like cornhole and like little like Connect 4 and stuff. And like, I could totally see like on a nice day, like kids and stuff and people out there, they make their own beer, right? So enjoying.
Yeah, they got all those kegs piled up.
Yeah. Enjoying some like beer, food, and
it's Mexican inspired food. Mostly it's a very burrito heavy menu, and then they also had like burgers and stuff, I think.
Perfecto.
Yeah, they had maybe 10 different types of burritos and then some burgers and stuff. It's a pretty good food selection for, a brewery.
Totally. The last time I had a margarita that good was not even in a Mexican restaurant. It was in Panama.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think the tropical setting had a lot to do with it. But I think that was my surprise. I was in North Carolina at a brewery, right?
Yeah.
That margarita hit, dude. It hit so good. It was like not too salty. Oh, it's because she did half the rim.
Yeah, and you were on your like 9th one by the time I got there. I was like a few minutes late, and you insisted that I get one. So
and you were like, I don't drink or what?
Yeah, well, yeah. So I got the Madonna margarita, which is the alcohol-free version. Still great, still delicious, and the perfect amount of salt.
It was literally 1/3 the price.
Yeah.
It was like $6.
Dude, totally worth it.
That's hilarious. It was It was good though.
Yeah, it was very good.
Thank you. I wish I remembered the bartender's name.
Yeah, I don't remember
She
any
was really
names
nice.
ever.
Thank you. And did we mention they have pinball machines?
Yeah, and they're not managed by the same company that ruins all of the local pinball machines, basically.
No, which is awesome, man. In a way, I want to put all my quarters there because it could have been one of us. Like if we had a dream to make an establishment and we also love pinball, we have a couple machines, let's put them in there. A couple machines, let's put them in there. Sorry guys, I'm a mumbler, but I'm trying to mumble less. Thanks. That sounds awesome. And I don't know the guy. I guess maybe we should try to reach out to the owner, but Thank you. Thank you for...
Yeah, they're 50 cents a play.
50 cents.
And free play on Tuesdays, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I saw when I was looking at the drink menu. Tuesdays, free play.
Yeah.
Pretty
Which
awesome.
is awesome. I mean, there's like literally 0 places around here that have machines on free play or that you can do anything like that.
Congratulations! You've made the World Cup final!
Should we talk about
World Cup?
World Cup?
World Cup?
World Cup?
World Cup?
Cup? Yeah. So, as I mentioned, they had they have 3 games right now, which was Demolition Man, Johnny Mnemonic, and World Cup Soccer.
Heck yeah.
And we pretty much just play World Cup Soccer because that's kind of what we were there for. And
that's what you do.
You don't play Demolition Man on Veinti Cinco de Mayo.
You don't play Demolition Man on Veinti Cinco de Mayo.
But yeah, World Cup Soccer, that was the first time you played it, right?
Dude, I have been waiting since I saw one come up for sale, I think 2000, it was pre-COVID.
Oh yeah.
I was broke as a joke.
Yeah.
I wanted that game so bad. I didn't have the money. I was so desperate that I asked my mom but not for me, for her. Because her husband, right, is a huge soccer fan.
Okay.
Right? And I tried to like, hey, you guys ever heard of pinball? Hey, you know what I mean? And like,
that's hilarious.
You got a new house, you want to have cool stuff for people when they come over, and
you want your son to keep visiting, right?
And I sent her the link. I sent her the Pinside Marketplace link, and she was like, "Oh, that's cool," But she was doing that thing where like she was being nice, but
she was like, "Yeah, no."
It's like, hell no. But I tried.
Yeah.
And ever since then, because I looked it up, right? Because I hadn't even heard of that game.
Yeah.
And saw a listing. Is this a good game? I don't know. Let me see. People loved it. Saw the videos. Saw the spinning ball. I saw the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The artwork. I don't know. The little dog was nostalgic for me because I remember that guy.
Yeah.
When I was in Panama. When I was
Striker.
When I was little.
Yeah.
And I was on a mission to play it. This is the first time since then that I've been able to play it, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. They had one at Pinfest too, actually. So, and then I played it one other time. I think it's Super Abari had it when I was there once. So I played it a few times, but never, really got to play a bunch of games on it.
How do you feel about that game? Just in general?
I think it's super fun. Like the goal shot, just that alone Like there's a goalie at the very back of the playfield moving back and forth across a little goal, and you have to shoot it past him and get it into the goal. Like, it's amazing. Like I used to play soccer.
It makes sense.
I love it. It's obvious and it's just perfect. It's perfectly executed. So there's a little penalty kick thing where it stops the ball like right in front of the goal.
Oh.
And then you hit the flipper
To like launch it?
To launch it into the goal. And I think it's pretty easy because it's very close to the goal and the goalie doesn't move that fast back and forth. But it's just cool. It's like,
It's a lot of fun.
you know, it's really well done. And then, yeah.
That game is so cool. The two things that I guess I didn't notice right away in the pictures
Yeah.
or when you launch and you have that little
Yeah, the little like slot
slot
machine kind of
selecting thing where you
Yeah.
have to,
like Arabian Nights and
Yeah.
Pinbot and a couple of them.
the harder you plunge,
Yeah.
the further it loops around and it has like the little slots where it has to fall into.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, it's not even that crazy or
Yeah.
extreme, but it's just so different. It's just something new
Right.
to,
Yeah, I'm always bummed when like the skill shot, it just has no thought put into it.
yeah.
Like Mando. Like Mando, what? It's just like you hit it and then it's like, oh, you hit it when the light is moving. It's just, you know, it's the same thing that they did for like 50 years with skill shots and
Yeah.
like do something cool. Do something,
Yeah.
think of something neat. Like even Hook has
even Hook has something cooler.
Hook's skill shot is super fun. And like Hook was the first game I played and it had that cool skill shot. And so like every other game after that, I'm like, where's the cool skill shot?
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So the skill shot is kind of what was one of the initial appealing things to you.
Yeah, I thought it was
when you were
cool.
learning. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Hook? When you go over and the little like diverter opens and it
Yeah.
gives you like another chance to launch again.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you accidentally go over the slots,
Yeah, it saves
it'll loop
brings
around
it back.
the
yeah.
diverter and it has a little sound that goes wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's just something else to do and something
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
The Magna Grab was cool. I didn't know it had that either.
Oh yeah.
Which is like made to replicate like the goalie catching a ball in the air, right? It's like,
Yeah, it's an extra button.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a common theme in John Papaduke's games. Magnets.
Magnets.
Like Arabian Nights has the magnet in front of the genie at the back, and I'm sure. I mean, there's magnets in Theater Magic.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
I'm trying to think of which.
The trunk.
The trunk has. Oh, the trunk itself has a
when
magnet.
it spins around,
Yeah, it catches it. Yeah.
get that ball up in there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So World Cup Soccer, John Papaduke's first Williams game, and the cheapest one that you can get still, because like Arabian Nights and Theater Magic are probably the two most expensive John Papaduke games. You can still get World Cup Soccer for like
four,
almost half of what those other ones cost, and more people are like, I don't know, maybe it's his best game.
I would easily buy that game over. I mean, even though Theater Magic is one of my top fives,
Yeah.
just on the value, I would buy World Cup Soccer
Oh yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, definitely a better value. And it's still got like the fun ramps. It's got the cool ball lock at the top that also has a magnet, I believe, in it. And
I gotta play it more.
yeah, it's got the fun kind of loopy,
Yeah.
swirly
Yeah.
plastic ramps that he's got in all his games, and then it's got the call outs, you know.
The call outs, man.
You know, and it's the same guy who did the call outs in Theater Magic and NBA Jam.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he nails the sports stuff. Goal! And all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Add the actual Tim Kitzrow call outs.
Amazing.
And now for a word from our sponsor.
Estas Navidades, Mario Kart 64.
Las más trepidantes carreras hasta para 4 jugadores.
Diversión a todo gas con Mario Kart 64. Solo para Nintendo 64.
And now, back to the show.
Bienvenidos a Aprende Español con Matt y Don.
Welcome to Learning Spanish with Matt and Don. How do you say, hello, where is the bathroom?
Repeat after me. Hola, ¿a dónde está el baño?
Hola, ¿a dónde está el baño? How do you say, hello, where are the pinball machines?
Repeat after me. Hola, ¿a dónde están las máquinas de pinball?
Hola, ¿a dónde están las máquinas de pinball? How do you say, hello, what's your high score on Dirty Harry?
Repeat after me. Hola, ¿cuál es tu puntuación más alta en Geraldo Sucio?
Hola, ¿cuál es tu puta
Hola, ¿cuál es tu puntuación más alta en Geraldo Sucio?
Hola, ¿cuál es su puntuación más alta en Geraldo Sucio? How do you say, the dog runs fast on the train tracks?
Repeat after me. El perro corre rápido por el ferrocarril.
El perro
corre rápido por el ferrocarril.
El perro corre rápido por el ferrocarril.
Buen trabajo, Mateo.
What a remarkable finish!
Gracias, amigos.
Thanks, friends.
Esto concluye Aprende Español con Matt y Don.
This concludes Learning Spanish with Matt and Don.
Feliz 25 de Mayo.
Happy Veinti de Mayo.
So, because this is the first official Bash holiday,
Yeah.
Bash Pinball, the podcast,
The holiday.
we need a mascot.
Yeah. But like, let's think a little outside the box here, you know. Maybe
I mean, Christmas, right?
Christmas has got, obviously,
We got Santa and the elves.
Krampus.
And Krampus. We got a bunch of mascots.
Yeah.
World Cup's got Striker,
Yeah.
the football dog.
The football dog. Football dog. Easter's got the Easter Bunny.
President's Day's got Joe Biden.
Yeah. It does? Is that the one you think of? I just think of George Washington every time.
It's every single...
It's just always George Washington.
Every 4 years it changes for me. That's hilarious.
No, it stays the same.
Oh, man.
Maybe Lincoln creeps in there. Yeah, so who would be the Veinti de Mayo holiday mascot?
You know. You just got to say it now.
I mean, so, yeah, I mean, there's one name that comes to mind that is a dude who designed a bunch of pinball machines named George Gomez.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. George Gomez will be Bash Pinball's 25 de Mayo mascot. And I want
the mythical George Gomez.
Yeah.
Not the actual one. We don't want to personally involve him, but the mythical George Gomez.
The idea of George Gomez. I had no idea what he looked like or anything until that John Wick video.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was in that one.
And I really liked the guy. Like, I saw the video, man, and there's something genuine about him in that. Yeah. Like, I could tell he really loves pinball.
And he designed your favorite game of all time, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I mean, what was funny was when you started teaching me about pinball, when that transition happened, you were the one that pointed out that he designed like all of my favorite games. Like all the games that I had told you were awesome games that you should play.
Yeah, I was like, did you know?
When you learned that, you told me that. I was blown away. I had no idea that basically for the last, 5-6 years, all my favorite games were designed by George Gomez. Yeah. It's pretty freaking awesome. Perfect mascot.
Yeah. All of your favorite games up until that point. Yeah.
Right. What I've been playing more recently, I should say.
But also your first game.
Yeah.
Johnny
Mnemonic.
Yeah. I mean, that was George Gomez, not his first game. I think he had designed Corvette before that, maybe. He also did like arcade games before pinball for Williams. The Tron game, which was pretty well known.
I didn't know that.
And,
wait, wasn't who was the dude in Mortal Kombat?
That's Ed Boon. But tangentially, George Gomez wanted, I think it was Johnny Mnemonic, to be a Mortal Kombat theme.
The game, instead of Johnny Mnemonic, he wanted to make Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and there's even like Mortal Kombat there's a setting in Johnny Mnemonic that you can change that has like a Mortal Kombat thing in it. Crap, what is it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Now we gotta look that up because
this is blowing my mind right now. This is blowing my mind right now.
Mind blown. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Yeah, you can turn that on or off, but it's like hidden Mortal Kombat 3 codes in Johnny Mnemonic.
Que rayos? What the heck, man? So you could find Mortal Kombat codes.
Yeah, somehow in Johnny Mnemonic.
Playing Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, but that's a thing. Yeah.
This is incredible. I had no idea. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty random. I think the story is that he wanted to do a Mortal Kombat game because, Williams made Mortal Kombat, and like Ed Boon was one of the Mortal Kombat creators. Like he was the voice of Rudy on Funhouse.
I hate that guy.
And he coded some pinball machines. And then Steve Ritchie was the voice of Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat. And like, so there was all these
That's pretty cool.
people who were kind of working on both. But for whatever reason, they just were like, no one's ever going to buy a Mortal Kombat pinball machine.
That's a bummer. That would have been so cool.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that it would have sold better than Johnny Mnemonic because that movie tanked.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I love Johnny, man, and the movie, but I think in general, Mortal Kombat is like a more universal theme with global appeal. It was kind of violent.
It's super violent. Yeah,
that was
at the time.
That was one of my first games.
Yeah.
I was in Panama. I don't think my family realized.
Did you have it on a video game console?
Yeah, I had it on like Super Nintendo.
But there was no blood on the Super Nintendo version.
I don't remember.
Or at least not on the first one.
I don't know, man, because I remember seeing some fatalities and they looked pretty bad.
Yeah, on Mortal Kombat 1 for Super Nintendo, there was no blood.
I had the 2.
Okay, Mortal Kombat 2.
I had Mortal Kombat 2.
It was like when they started coming out with the rating system for video games.
Got it.
And then 2 had blood.
There were more characters on 2.
Yeah, but 2 was a way better game.
Yeah, that's the one.
A pretty clunky game.
That's the first one I played was Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
And I remember playing it one day with my grandpa.
Outstanding.
And I have this memory of him and I, and he loved it, right? He loved the fighting aspect.
Oh, really?
And that little code you could do to get that guy that would pop out and go, whoopee.
Toasty.
Yeah. And he would do that. It became like an inside joke for us.
Yeah, I think that's also Rudy's voice. The same guy.
Freaking Rudy. It became like an inside joke where we would just say that to each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened, man. Like I think I figured out fatalities. and the first time I did it and he saw it, it totally changed. Like it was so graphic and violent that he was like, I don't know about this.
Turned.
You know, because I was so young. I was like 6 maybe. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, like
7 maybe. I don't know, man. But you know, like he liked the fighting part. But
yeah, I mean, I was like, I don't know, 13 and my parents were on the fence about it because it was so gory and bloody.
Yeah.
And like, I think I had to kind of play that game in secret almost. The first one, they took the blood out, although the Genesis version, you could put it in the blood code.
The blood code.
And you could get blood on the Genesis version, but not the Nintendo version.
I didn't know that.
But then the second one and the third one, and from then on, I think they were all just, uncensored essentially.
Yeah, they gotten pretty extreme. Like I think I saw, on Xbox like a couple years back, it was the craziest stuff I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was still kind of like goofy and funny with the second game. Like they had like babe-alities and like friendship fatality, and just like all this like goofy stuff. But yeah, as the game got more realistic, it got like increasingly disturbing.
Just like you flip somebody, upside down, then you like grab their intestines from their spine, and then you like wrap the spinal cord around the intestines, and then squirt the juice out, and then I mean it's like
I mean it's still like all kind of like tongue in cheek, but it got like real graphic.
That's fun.
I don't know, got almost a little too much for me at that point. I'll stick with Street Fighter.
Will they ever make a Mortal Kombat pinball machine?
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean,
I just mean in general, like, will another company, Mortal Kombat by Jersey Jack?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, those guys like branched off and like made their own company. Like, there's a whole Mortal Kombat specific company now.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure they'd probably be up for it because they have that pinball history background.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just another idea. Somebody make that happen.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that hasn't happened at this point.
Some management, talk to some other management, make it happen. Let's do some fatalities on pinballs. Toasty.
And now back to George Gomez.
I learned to love pinball through George Gomez's games.
Yeah, and that's why he's
And
our
that's-
mythical mascot of Veinti Cinco de Mayo.
George Gomez, feliz 25 de Mayo. Thank you. Muchas gracias, George. Jorge. Oh, we should get for the second annual 25 de Mayo.
Yeah.
We should get a giant life-size George Gomez cutout and just bring him with us to Bowl City Solera and Tap Room. We should make a holiday where every year on the 25th day of the month of May, we go to this place and we invite people. We make it the official party place.
Yeah. We can have a party every year. Yeah.
What if one day the real George Gomez came to celebrate 25 de Mayo with us?
Oh my gosh.
At Bowl City Solera and Tap Room.
Yeah, I think he's got bigger fish to fry. It's
Dare,
like running the production line at Stern right now.
dare to dream.
Yeah.
We all need goals.
Maybe after he retires.
George Gomez.
Maybe we can have a yearly bash pinball tournament at Bull City.
Let's do it.
On
25 de Mayo.
Yeah.
There's a guy that I know who was trying to give me this Gottlieb machine way back when.
Yeah.
And I turned it down.
Yeah.
But I could I wonder if he still has it. Maybe we could give that away.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
It's probably like a 1970s or 80s. I mean, I'll call him later maybe and see if he still has it and we can give it away at next year's 25 de Mayo.
Okay.
Gracias por celebrar 25 de Mayo con Bash Pinball.
Thanks for celebrating 25 de Mayo with Bash Pinball.
Te veo el próximo año en Bull City, Solera and Tap Room,
See you next year at Bull City Solera and Tap Room,
donde vamos a regalar una máquina de pinball de Gottlieb.
where we'll be giving away a Gottlieb pinball machine. Is that what
I did.
Don't hold us to that.
I thought it was hilarious.
Not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You officially celebrated your first 25 de Mayo. We want to give a special shout out to Kineticist and our friend Ian over at Nudge Magazine for, as the kids say these days, putting us on. Thanks, Matt, for keeping my slang vocabulary strong. Bet. We also want to thank you. I don't know you, but I want to. Email us, pod@bashpinball.com. What do you hate? What do you love? What do you want us to talk about? And if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram @bashpinball. Or don't. Do whatever you want. Just have fun, play pinball, and don't ever forget that
Leave this territory now. Return to your home.
Evacuate all personnel.
This is secret bonus content.
Gracias por celebrar el 25 de Mayo con Bash Pinball.
Thanks for celebrating 25 de Mayo with Bash Pinball.
You got it. Good job.
Thanks. You should just say some more stuff and I'll keep translating.
Este es mi favorito podcast.
This is my favorite podcast.
Pinball es mi deporte favorito.
Pinball is my favorite sport.
Geraldo Sucio es mi juego favorito.
Dirty Harry is my favorite game.
All right, I'm getting tired of talking. You want to go play some Godzilla?
Oh, yeah. Baxter.
Yeah.
They just got that Godzilla in there.
I haven't played it yet. I mean, I've played Godzilla, but I haven't played that Godzilla.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, I'll drive.
All right, why are we still recording this?
I don't know.
Garbage.
I don't know.
All right.
Give me my Coke Spice.